scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they want, it's going to be being bold. Inside the 13-yard line. 39 yards. The distance not making a catch. This game is drive return to field position. That's going to be getting better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to force their advantage, and it paid off.
Quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run it here with Bernard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Herbert now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. It's caught by his running back, Austin Eckler. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now it's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Second down and goal. Herbert forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So from outside the red zone now after the sack, a long 3rd and goal. Touchdown! down. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Slot man moves right. On play action, now Brady. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Brady going to go on 4th down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession.
Yeah, all right, my flow.
Send it back.
Try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up. Just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' pay to the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem. Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm aiming them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'ma on them just like my keys, drop my on a dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not in it yet. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat it. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway in Southern California. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. On the give, this is Eckler. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 24-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throwing into the hands of his receiver, Guyton.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Herbert. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Herbert back to the air. Wide open receiver, complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams from 17 yards out. And the Chargers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. Well, look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. When they failed on that 3rd down play, that brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. On the move past the 40. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Rodgers now on 1st down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now 3rd and 5. This will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. After 1-7-0 on the East. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. On 4th down, Herbert. And Allen's got it. And they will touch touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And they'll send the slot in motion left. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
They'd yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers again now. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards up.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And some room to maneuver. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Pulls it in at the 13.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together. Reach the end.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards. To throw is Rodgers. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Touchdown, Packers! Robert Tonyan as the first half is winding down. And the Packers
Packers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
He's airing it out for Williams. They've got his man complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Down the numbers. There he goes. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now, because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
You gotta love everything about that run. So for maybe a couple of things, you gotta wonder, do you fight a little harder to get into the end zone instead of going out at the 2-yard line? And I know one thing, the fantasy football guys.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 24. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, and they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. This pass complete to Melton. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Rodgers to throw once more. Clean it out left to Dobbs. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Bo Melton, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. It'll be first and goal when we come back. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. So first down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs from 13 yards out. And the Packers take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chargers. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception.
We can run it back. Now you can get him.